Tonight, we slowly travel back nearly 1,000 years to a cold medieval village somewhere in Northern Europe. There are no cars, no electricity, no phones, and no sound except the quiet wind moving across the dark countryside. A year is 1187, and a tired farmer wakes before sunrise inside a small wooden house beside a frozen field. The room is cold, very cold. A weak fire glows softly in the corner. Smoke drifts slowly toward the ceiling, and outside, rain falls gently across the muddy village road. The farmer sits quietly for a moment, wrapped in rough wool blankets, listening to the wind pushing against the old wooden walls. Somewhere nearby, a dog barks once, then silence returns again. The morning has not fully arrived yet, but work will begin soon. Because in medieval Europe, work never truly ended. The farmer slowly stands from his straw bed. His knees ache from years of labor. His hands are rough and cracked from winter cold. And as he opens the wooden door, a wave of freezing air moves quietly into the small house. Outside, the village still sleeps beneath the gray sky. Tiny homes stand silently beside narrow, muddy paths. Smoke rises gently from distant chimneys, and far away, church bells begin ringing softly through the cold morning fog. The farmer walks slowly toward the animal shed, his boots sinking deeply into wet mud with every step. A horse breathes heavily inside the darkness. Chickens move quietly beneath wooden fencing. And somewhere beyond the fields, a lonely crow calls into the empty sky. Breakfast this morning will be simple dark bread, thin soup and weak ale poured carefully into a wooden cup. Fresh food is rare. During winter, sugar is expensive, meat is uncommon, and many families survive on the same meals for weeks at a time. The farmer eats slowly beside the fire, saying very little. There is little energy for conversation before sunrise, only tired silence and the endless routine of survival soon. The village slowly begins waking around him. Wooden doors creak open. Children carry buckets of water. Workers move toward frozen fields, and blacksmith hammers begin echoing softly through the cold air. The medieval world is alive again, quietly, slowly, and endlessly tired. The farmer spends the next several hours repairing fences beside the muddy road. Rain falls gently across the fields. Cold wind moves through the empty trees. And somewhere in the distance, a wagon rolls slowly across wet stones toward the nearby market town. Travel is dangerous here. Roads are rough bandits, hide in forests, and winter storms often trap travelers far from home. Most villagers never travel farther than a few miles during their entire lives. Their world is small, simple, and difficult. By midday, the rain finally stops, but thick gray clouds continue covering the sky. The farmer walks slowly toward the village, well carrying heavy wooden buckets. Nearby, several women quietly wash clothing in freezing water. A child cries softly beside the church wall, and an old man sleeps beneath a broken wooden cart. Life moves slowly here, very slowly. There are no clocks, no engines, no machines, only seasons, weather, and survival. As evening approaches, the village grows darker beneath the winter sky. Candles flicker softly inside tiny homes. Smoke drifts upward through cold air, and distant wolves howl somewhere beyond the forest. The farmer finally returns home, exhausted, his clothing wet from rain, his hands numb from cold wind. He places another log into the weak fire, then quietly sits beside the warmth, listening to the soft crackling of burning wood, the distant church bells, and rain beginning once again outside the small wooden house. Tomorrow, the same routine will begin again. Another cold morning, another muddy road, another exhausting day beneath the endless gray medieval sky, and slowly, very slowly, the quiet medieval night continues.